I've arrived in Madrid. It's very exciting, big city. My Spanish is actually better than I thought it was. I can understand quite a lot from Portuguese and some of my Spanish is coming back. I'm going to have a walk and see if I can find a few bars, and I'm going to have a menú del día. Okay, look at this alien bar. Okay, this is my cute little Madrid apartment. Yeah, it's small, but the facilities are perfect for just one person, and it's right close to Plaza Mayor. And then the bed is up there, look. And I've got a nice little kitchen. This is just an Airbnb, so I think I might stay here again if it works out well. Look how nice, and they've left me a lovely little care package with my Coke and my water, very much needed. Thank you, muchas gracias. It's my first morning in Madrid and I'm off now to try to get the metro from Sol to Plaza de España. And I want to say a really big thank you to my friend Rosanna, who's given me all these amazing recommendations for Madrid. I think that we're going to start with the Debod Temple. So all these people seem to be touching the pole there. I don't know if it's good luck or something. I'll have to find out about it. Here's Sol Metro, look. So you need to buy one of these Transport Madrid cards and then top it up with your journey. There we go. Yeah, so the metro was quite easy. I've just arrived at Plaza de España, and I would just say be careful with your phone on the metro. I actually felt really safe, but there are some people who have reported phones being nicked at metro stations or actually on the metro, you know, when it stops. So just be careful of that. But I am feeling happy and confident in Madrid as a solo traveller right now. Welcome to the Temple of Debod, and this is one of my favourite things in Madrid. It's a 2nd century Nubian temple, so it did come from Egypt. It was made for the worship of gods Amun and Isis. Now what happened was, in the 6th century it was abandoned because of the influx of Christianity into Egypt. So it was left abandoned for many years, but when the Aswan High Dam was built, there was a lot of flooding in Egypt, and this put the temple at risk. Sorry, it's a bit windy. And in 1968, because Spain has jumped in and helped and supported Egypt in the preservation of the temple and made monetary donations, they gifted this temple to Madrid. You can actually go inside, but you need to pre-book online, and when I went on there it was pre-booked I think about 7 days in advance. So if you want to go in, it is free, but you do need to book it. Some more gorgeous architecture and lots of dogs. Another reason to love Madrid. We're going to walk down to the palace next. So it's October, but it's still 20 degrees and sunny. You wouldn't really believe it, would you, compared to the UK? Right behind me now you can see the Royal Palace of Madrid. Now this one was built on the site of the Alcazar fortress. Sadly, the Alcazar fortress actually burnt down in a fire on Christmas Eve in 1734. So this palace that you can see here, they commenced building it in 1738 and they finished it I think in the 60s. It was commissioned by King Philip V. So that's the entrance to the Royal Palace behind me on the right hand side. So if we walk down here, I should come to the cathedral. Right behind me now you can see the Almudena Cathedral in the centre of Madrid, and this is one of the most important, well it is the most important I think, religious building in Spain. So this was built in 1883 when King Alfonso XII laid the first stone. make sure that you go into the dome and the museum. Now, the colourful dome ceiling is with bold colours and modern designs, which is quite a striking contrast to the Gothic architecture. Go right to the top in the lift and you'll see this gorgeous view of the whole of Madrid, so make sure that you've got your camera ready for that. I wanted to let you know a little bit about the museum. Now, although photography and video is not allowed in there, I can tell you that it does contain lots of interesting religious artefacts, such as chalices, Bibles, various vestments, the priest's clothing, the liturgical garments, also a lot of religious art and tapestries from the parish. Now, inside the cathedral, in one of the side naves here, you'll see the altar of the Virgin of Almudena with all of its Gothic altarpiece. And as well, have a look for the really amazing modern stained glass, which represents biblical scenes. So we are now going into the largest crypt church in Spain. So here we are right now inside the Crypt of Almudena Cathedral. The size is basically the same as the cathedral because it's underneath it, but your ticket, it doesn't include the crypt church. The crypt church is actually free to get in, but they do ask you to make a €1 donation if you can. Now, this is an amazing Romanesque revival church, crypt church with a Latin cross plan, and it features over 400 columns. There's lots of tombs in here, so this is the resting place of some of Spain's most noble families and to King Alfonso XII's first wife, Maria de las Mercedes de Orleans, and it's got 5 naves and 20 chapels along the side. Have a look for some of the really spectacular religious artwork as well. I am knackered after that and I really need to hydrate, but I think I've got a little bit more energy to get down to Plaza Mayor. I can see loads of cervejerias and tapas restaurants down here. Right, you come round this corner and you can literally smell the tapas. Oh my god. I think that, oh, there's loads of tuk-tuks as well. I think that we're going in here to Plaza Mayor. Lots of Spanish flags. España. This is Plaza Mayor now, and it's a 400-year-old square right in the middle of Madrid. It's famous for its gorgeous architecture, and also while you're here you need to eat one of the bocadillo de calamares sandwiches, the calamari sandwiches. Any of these cafes along here. Good morning everybody, it's my second day in Madrid. Yesterday was all about the churches, temples and the palace. Today is all about parks and art museums. So if you like your art, Madrid is a really cool place to be. We've got the Prado Museum, we've got the Banksy Museum that I really want to find, and I think that there's a National Gallery as well. So let's go and check them out. You can see the Prado Museum right behind me. It's a fantastic art gallery. The tickets are $17.90 with an audio guide. You can also pay €29 to have a licence guide as well. But I've found out that it's actually free for the last 2 hours. So if you come between 6 and 8 on a Saturday or in the week, or between 5 and 7 on a Sunday, you can actually get in for free. But what you need to do is come about half an hour or an hour before that, go down the side and queue to get your free tickets. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to come back later. Walking through Park Rotiro right now. It's really beautiful here. I just embarrassed myself by meeting a dog and then speaking to the dog's owner in Spanish but with a Portuguese accent. So there's 2 fantastic buildings in Rotiro Park. That one was the Palacio de Cristal. That's under renovation at the moment, as is this one, which is Velázquez Palace. But you can still see them from the outside. Really gorgeous. Have a look closely at the mosaics and the tiles. Velázquez Palace was built between 1881 and 1883 for the Exposition Nacional de Minería by architect Ricardo Velázquez Bosco. And here you've got the most famous monument in Rotiro Park, which is the monument to Alfonso XII. It's 30 metres high, 86 metres long and 58 metres wide, with the equestrian statue of King Alfonso XII cast in bronze in the middle. So I've just had a great time in Rotiro Park. This is my new friend Terry.
Hello.
Where are you from, Terry?
I'm from Canada.
Which city?
St. John, New Brunswick.
Nova Scotia?
No, beside Nova Scotia.
I know where you are.
Everybody knows Nova Scotia. Nobody knows New Brunswick.
We've had a lovely drink, and isn't this what travel's about?
Excellent.
Meeting new people.
Excellent.
This is one of my favourites. It's the Fallen Angel statue.
All the consonant vowels pronounced the same way. All the time.
Bless my new Canadian friend, he was absolutely lovely. So we walked to Atocha station together, and then when we got there he went, "Oh, I don't mind walking you back to your apartment." So we just walking and talking for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I was like, I think that my apartment was up there on the right. I bloody missed it. But you know what, that's the kind of stuff that I absolutely love about travelling. It's more than the places, it's the people that you meet on the way as well. So I decided at that point to say goodbye to my lovely new friend Terry and to carry on to go to the Banksy Museum, because I was literally only about 10 or 15 minutes away. So let's go and check it out. Thank you, Terry. See you soon, I hope. Yeah, so I think I'll go all the way down here and then turn right at the Burger King. Here it is, the Banksy Museum. The Banksy Museum is €14 to get in, and you can pay by card, in my opinion, but I am a big Banksy fan. It's definitely worth it. If you don't know anything about Banksy or who Banksy is, it's an English street artist and political activist. He's got a lot of art in London and Bristol. He's said to be from Bristol in the UK, but in this museum he's got artwork from Jerusalem, from the wall. He's got a lot about Palestine, a lot of work on the Ukraine, and there's also a rats exhibition as well. Really cool. So if you're coming for the free tickets for the Prado, that's 2 hours before closing time. Get here half an hour before that, because I got here at 5:30 for the 6 PM one, and look how packed it is already. Queue goes all the way. Great news, I managed to get my free ticket to the Prado Museum. Well, by the end of that fantastic day of architecture and art, it's sadly time for me to leave Madrid. I've had a fantastic time. If you're not following my blog already, please subscribe so you can watch my next adventure. Look how sunny it is in October. I'm gutted. Bye, Spain.